Hello everyone, welcome to the Dean Von Music podcast show out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hailing proudly out of New York metro area, I have the honor to introduce Becoming Wolves. Live on the Dean Von Music podcast show. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're good, man. we just rehearsed, actually.
Yeah.
You guys are in your rehearsal studio right now.
Right.
And you guys, how efficient. You just jumped out of rehearsal and you're right on the podcast show. And I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. You guys are awesome. And first of all, how was your day, guys? Did you have a great day?
Fabulous. Very good. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah. We haven't asked each other yet. It was pretty good, man. It was windy, though. It's cold now. It just got cold over here.
You know, it's starting to get chilly. I'm out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, so it's
no, I know. I have friends out there, too. But we're going down to 34 tonight, man. It's the coldest day so far.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
So, yeah, it's for real.
Right.
It's for real.
But I do want to thank you guys for joining. I just downloaded the new song, and I just got your email, so I downloaded. What was the name of that song again?
Thank you.
Oh, that was our second single coming up, Cold and Dry.
You're
the first to hear it because this is not out to the general public.
Oh, okay.
But you have Ignite the Fire and Cold and Dry.
Ignite the Fire. I love it. You know, I got a couple extra sound effects for you guys tonight.
All right.
You know, and since you are becoming wolves, you know.
Oh, it sounds like my buddy. My other buddy.
And if you guys get real angry tonight, it's
that's him.
That's him. Okay.
Well, it's usually like that.
And I've been playing your commercial. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I put it out on YouTube a couple days ago. And I get a lot of this information, you know, like a day ahead of the show. So I only have like one day to advertise for you guys. And we will be taking calls into the show tonight, people. So write it down. If you're listening to the show, write it down, 669-444-9171. And that is 669-444-9171 in the United States. And the meeting ID code to get into the show will be 702-927-2226. And that's 702-927-2226. Write that down. And sometimes I give away a free gift for the first caller into the show. So jump on in there. And I'm sure the guys would love to talk to you, right, guys?
Oh, yeah, man. And if one of us disappears, we went to get the free gift.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with introducing you guys. We got Ace Vincent on vocals. Raise your hand. There he is, the man,
I apologize.
The man, the myth, the legend. And we have Mike Butchar. Is it Butchar? Butchar. On guitar, and you play some badass guitar, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Eddy B on bass guitar. There he is on the left.
Sir.
My left. I'm not sure about what your right or left. And we got Gonzalo Matinez on drums, formerly with Marcy Playground. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, man. I'm getting used to this live thing. You know, I've been doing the pre-recorded shows, and I decided to go live, so I could get the people to call in. It's kind of hard to do it. It just makes for a better show, but it's a Tuesday night. So I do understand that a lot of people maybe aren't, you know, home or watching the show or whatever, but it's a Tuesday night. I didn't want to pick a Friday, a Saturday, because people are out partying. So,
right. Yeah.
As we are.
So listen, how long ago did you switch to live?
Oh, you guys are about number 7, I think, or 7 or 8.
Cool. Glad to be part of the new program.
And you are number 52, episode 52.
Have you noticed the difference between the two formats?
No, I just have to be a lot quicker with the buttons.
Okay.
I got to be like boom, boom, boom. I got 4 computers up and running. I got a big screen so I can see, make sure we are live. I've got a screen over here so I can check out the live videos and everything that I'm doing live. And then I got you guys on my big screen right in front of me. So I make sure that our content's good. And then I have another screen, it's a tablet screen, for all my little notes that I need to, you know, the things that...
You beep us if we curse?
You can say whatever the fuck you want, man.
Yeah. Right?
And I know how you guys are there in New York. You know what I'm talking about. Yay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No fucking buddy fucks with us.
Well, let me pull up that song. You guys just sent it to me. Let me pull it up real quick, because I like to get it launched and ready. We had Ignite the Fire, Becoming Wolves, Cold and Dry. Okay, and I'm just gonna look at that real quick. Hold on a second.
It's good. Trust us.
You mind if I
I
give it a
worked
quick...
really hard on it.
Let me give it a quick listen, guys. Hold on. I want to make sure that you guys can hear it. Let me know.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do is... Let's play it.
We're tearing through the world like a automatic cloud at a sign that we never stop. It all started as some fun, pull a job, then we run, taking off with the sweet taste of life. Then your vision got over, getting greedy, and you turn to the life for the drinks and the blow. You would show, you would go, not a no, not a sign, you would flash in and out of the night. Listen up, baby, driving me crazy, a minute at a time. Tricked and confused, used and abused and thrown aside. How many times can you kick a heart to the floor? How many times can you make me wait by that door? Push me aside, grace over cold and dry. Not a nightmare or a dream, of the worst damn days of life. But you're longing for the bottle while you're in and out the system. Is there anywhere you won't go? I'm hoping for the day you wake up and escape and you finally live that life. Before I get the news that I got the best of you, now you're closing those starving eyes. Listen up, baby, driving me crazy, a minute at a time. Tricked and confused, used and abused, and thrown aside. How many times can you kick a heart to
Holy shit, man.
What did you think, man?
That song kicks ass, guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you,
man.
thank
We
you.
really appreciate it. So
No,
do
I'm
you
serious.
actually play drums?
I do play drums.
Awesome, man.
I am a drummer, keyboard
What-
player, guitar player, bass player, singer, and songwriter.
I'm
Dean,
flattered.
actually, you have a very good resume dating back to the 70s, my friend. I checked
79.
up
My
on you,
my
bro.
first record was
I know.
7.
Oh,
Thank you.
congratulations,
I
man.
know. I looked it up. I didn't listen yet, but I did look you up.
I'm
I
easy
know
to
we're
find.
going from, you know what I'm
But I want to thank you guys. That song. Now, you said that was a brand new song. And about when did you put that song out?
We didn't put it out yet. We recorded it over the summer. You know,
Okay, so
it's probably tied in like how we came together and stuff.
so
You know,
it's brand fucking new.
It's
Dude,
brand fucking new.
you're the first
you go.
person. You're the first person to hear it, other than the band.
Yeah, that's the first time we put it out.
I don't even know if the label got it yet.
God damn. It makes you want to fucking howl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, coming from you, man, that means a lot to me.
Nice.
No, that song's got some freaking stones, guys. It's got some
Appreciate that.
stones, and I think
Thanks,
all
man.
your music is like that. It's just crunching from the very beginning, and and if I had to give it a review, I would call it hard crunching metal. And
I'll take it.
I wouldn't go into the screamo department. I would go more in like not even a death metal, but just a hard crunching heavy metal.
I think we'll take that.
No,
When you
no,
hear Ignite the Fire, you might change your mind a little bit.
You know, and yeah, I'm an old school guy. So tell me what category do you guys fall in?
We're hard rock, heavy metal, bro. We don't pretend to be anything, you know.
Okay.
'Cause everybody's got a screamo, nemo,
Okay.
deathcore. I mean, we're hard rock. We're hard rock, heavy metal core. How about that? We're
I like
something
that.
cool.
That's a nice
middle
category.
We're
You know,
middle
I'm from the 80s. I'm from the 80s. Do you guys? Okay, I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm going to go back to vinyl records, Tower Records, Licorice Pizza, Rhino Records, and some of the old record stores that you went in, and it got so crazy with all the categories of music, right? You had mellow rock, soft rock, hard rock, medium rock, progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal rock, and then screamo and all that came later. But you had about 50 categories, and I'm like, where the fuck is Rush at? I was trying to find Rush. And they went progressive metal or progressive rock, right?
Yeah.
We
And
always had it, you know, here in New York, it was metal, thrash, and poser music, you know? We were one of three.
Poser music. There you go. And I think that we're getting back to a little bit closer to reality. I think we're calming down on the categories and bringing it back to it's hard rock or it's heavy metal or it's you know, not all these fancy categories, right? And,
Right. There's so many subcategories, you know, you lose track really.
yeah, I could never find what I was looking for. It was ridiculous.
And it was always about the look. I mean, you look at us, we're fucking ugly. You know what I'm saying? We would have never made it in the 80s. You wouldn't be talking.
We're out of the forest, right?
You know, would have been like, what's up, man?
On the contrary, my dear Watson, you guys are not ugly. I'll tell you that. You're a good looking band. Yeah, I'll tell
And
you.
self-deprecation is an art.
And I know you have now how many songs, and I know you're with Curtain Call Records, and they only signed the best of the best. And I told them only give me the best of the best. So you guys are on the top of the crop.
Well, that's very nice to know.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of the page. They're like, this is.
No, I think you
No,
got
man.
a couple of great bands on. I know you had Door 13 a little while ago.
They were
Those
great.
guys rock. They're out of
They were-
California.
That's right. San Diego.
Yeah. Alex, a kick-ass guitar player.
I love Alec, man. He is all over the place, that guy. I saw him on Instagram. He's on it.
Good
on-
fucking hair, too, you know?
He's got I told him Peter Frampton hair, right?
Yeah.
And I go, you look like Peter Frampton, man. And he goes, oh yeah. And, you know, I go, do you dye that shit, bro? I was giving him a hard time. But you know what's funny? You know, check this out. I'm not bragging or nothing like that. But Mercedes, the singer for Door 13, she goes, I was talking to her, and she goes, you know, I used to watch you play back in the 80s. Like, well, how old are you? And I showed her this picture, right? This is a picture of me back. That's me in the blonde hair.
Right. Yeah, look at you.
Nice.
That's me in the blind. And she goes,
Dean
"Oh
Von
my!"
Sexy.
I was sexy back then. That was the '80s glam rock, right? Hairband days, the hairband
You'll
days.
pose them.
And she goes, "Oh my God, I got that poster on my wall right here in my bedroom." I go, "Get the fuck out of here."
That's flattering. That's flattering. That's nice.
Because, you know,
How
we were
much
in a,
did you blush after that?
yeah,
You felt a little rosy.
I had a hard time finishing the interview because I thought she was just a knockout singer. She's a great singer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I like them.
yeah, and they do bring a little bit of that '80s, '90s rock, you know, that her like Ann Wilson in the Heart, or some of that, you know, yelling, screaming, heavy metal vocals.
Oh, cool.
But for a female vocalist, she can hit it. She can hit it, and she hits it hard. I like her. I like the whole band. Great band. But tell me, let's go back. I'm going to start crunching into your personal lives here. First of all, who started the band? And who started the band? All of you?
Okay. That would be, here's how it started.
Okay.
We were me and Gonzalo were in another band.
Okay.
That, you know, and we were good. It was fine. But, you know, I had a musical vision that was a little different than the way the band was going.
Okay.
And I decided it was time for me to leave. And thank God Gonzalo had the same vision as I did. So, what happened is we went into the studio with Mike Orlando, and we ran down six or so tracks, you know, and I knew they were solid. I knew they were great. And we needed a bass player. We were going to have Orlando play bass on it, but we wanted to hold it open for a bass player. And we found Eddy B. And Eddy B lends a really sick bass tone. It really did. He nailed it on these tracks. But so now we had all of our things together minus dynamic vocals. And I searched high and low for a vocalist that would fit. We had some people that we were actually I'm not going to name him. He was actually a named singer out in LA. Okay. With a good pedigree, but we happened to stumble. This guy got in touch with us on Craigslist or some shit like that. It was one of those. Okay. And we brought him down, and we were floored. And that's how we got Ace. And then we brought Eddie and Ace into the studio, and they started nailing these tracks in. And then since then, we started writing more tracks. We're gonna go back in. We're gonna record Garden of Pain and some untitled track that we don't have a name for, but I got the music. But Garden of Pain is gonna be a really good sludgy song with a good hook chorus. The one thing that we find important is we come in with a good crunch, we come in with a good bang, we sound heavy, and then our choruses, we get real catchy, you know? And, you know, I like, you just heard Cold and Dry. I love that chorus. I mean, I'm in love with that chorus.
That's a great song. That's a great song.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah. I just love we love catchy choruses. And that's how we started.
You got to stay with that theme, right? If you got a good thing going, stay with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
That's your chorus there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that the guitar blends in with that chorus like that.
Yeah.
Coming in. I'm a big believer in bringing the guitar in whenever you can. Like, get the guitar in there, man. But don't step on the vocal, but get it in there.
Right.
Yep.
You know, get it in there, man. And I used to tell my guitar player, you know, look, when I'm not singing and there's a little breathing room, I want to hear some screaming guitar. Or give me a little, or give me a shadow, give me a shadow, or give me an echo. Give me something. You know what I'm saying?
But I got to give a lot of credit to Mike Orlando. He really does have. The guy has, for such a heavy metal guy, he has great pop sensibilities, and you know, he helped us a long way, and we come a long way with him. So he's like our fifth member.
That's fucking awesome. Did you guys have a recording engineer or a producer that you work with?
Mike Orlando.
He did it all, man.
Okay, Michael. Okay, he is the guy.
He's the fifth member. He is a friend now. He is the fifth member. He's our producer, and we're loyal. Yeah.
I'm just looking at your bio. See if you talked to any. There he is, right there. Producer Michael Orlando of Adrenaline Mob. Features contributions from Corey Glover and Nocturnal.
Nocturnal and Cat 7.
Category 7.
And you know Cat 7, right? That's like an all-star band. That's got Jack Gibson from Exodus, Jason Bittner on drums from Shadowspool. You got Phil Demmel and from Machine Head, Mike from Adrenaline Mob, and John Bush.
Oh yeah, John.
Yeah.
John Bush, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, now I do. Now, thank you for that info.
Oh yeah.
And I got to get caught up on all this shit. That's why I'm talking to you guys. You know.
Listen, and in the
I'm-
studio, he played on AJ Perro's drum kit.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking A.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some more about the studio.
Yeah.
When me and Mike departed the other half, when we went into the studio, man, it was crazy because it was just me and Mike putting the songs together right there and now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was quite exciting to have Mike help us out with that because we needed it. I also wanted to throw that in. I mean, we were like, you know, it was crazy the way we were putting these things out.
Now, are all of you guys original members?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you four are from the very beginning, and I'm guessing you all write together as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you're like brothers, and you're in the studio right now. You guys, you rent a rehearsal studio, which a lot of bands they'll have a living room or a friend or something like that. But you guys go the extra mile, and I did too. All of the times I've been in 3 big rock bands, and we rehearsed. We rented monthly, so we stayed the night. We slept in our studio.
Yeah.
It wasn't by the hour. It was like monthly. And I was playing with Timothy Gaines from Striper, bass player.
Oh wow.
Right on.
I had Joe Reggiatore, who was in an old band called Featherstitch. You may never, back in the Bluebeard days, Y&T days. I had Tom Hardy from Stormer, and Timmy Gaines was out of Striper for a bit, and we got him. Me and Tim are good friends, and he's now living in Arizona, and he's a pastor in a church now. Go figure. But me and Timmy,
reunion.
and we like you guys, we rented a professional rehearsal studio because we could lock it down, no visitors. We locked the doors. We sweat it out for 4, 6, 8 hours, whatever it took. We also had another room down the hallway. We had a light show and a stage. We can go do the live rehearsal.
Nice.
You know, for the live show. I don't know if your studio has that.
We ain't got it like that.
We don't have it like that. We can
No.
get that.
Not that easy anymore.
But yeah.
Buy our records. We can have that. We will get that if you buy
Everybody,
our record.
everybody you heard that, go buy their records. We're going to get into
Yes.
that in a minute here, guys, where people can find your stuff. I'm going to go round robin on you guys real quick here, and I'm going to get a little bit more information. And I've got all 4 band members, Ace, Vincent on vocals. So Ace, I want to hear from you. When did you get started singing, and go all the way back to high school? Have you always been interested in music? And were your parents real supportive of your career growing up?
Yeah, man. So like I started even before high school. I was just a big metalhead in general.
Right.
I had an older cousin that me and him went to a lot of shows. I think I'd seen Slayer when I was like 11 or 12. And it
Right.
just started from there. I'm a little bit younger than most of the other guys, but yeah, man. And then I was the drummer for a while. Tried to play guitar for a while, and
Right.
then I got a hand injury, and that ruined that. And yeah, one of my guys that was kind of playing music with, trying to get back into it, he was like, "Yo, you can scream your ass off," and I was like, "Cool." He's like, "You're not drumming anymore. You're gonna do vocals," and I was like, "Well, shit. All right then." So from there, it was just self-taught. Never went to any professional training for anything. I worked with a lot of guys that are helping me out with different tones and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, primarily I've done a little bit of everything. I've done Celtic punk, I've done death metal, black metal, all the genres.
Before we knew him, I guess.
So you've done a little bit of each genre, it sounds like.
A little bit, yeah. And then the first time I toured, I was like 17 or so.
Wow.
I toured for
Okay.
3 years with a Celtic punk band, and we played mostly
Celtic.
colleges.
Okay.
So it was nothing but it was kind of simple though. We didn't have to go crazy rehearsing. We get really loaded up on some booze, go on stage, sing about drinking and fighting, and then
There you go. There you
go
go.
drink and fight.
From Jameson to Jack.
Okay.
Well, you can't beat the Celtic crowd either. That's a nice
Oh, hell no.
fighting
Oh
crowd.
yeah, no, it's always a fantastic. They were some of my favorite shows.
And then you
But
got
they were
in
some of my
this.
first too, so you can't beat the first shows.
When did you meet these fantastic guys over here?
What are we going back to May?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
long at all.
Oh,
A little bit before the summertime,
Okay.
you know, Mike had a gun to my head and said, "Write lyrics."
I did.
We're
Okay.
going into the studio June and July, and I was like, "Cool." So, you know, a lot of the lyrics were, you know, gone to the temple, you know, stress writing, but you know, a lot of input with the guys. You know, all four of us contributed to the lyrics, like melody wise and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Well, you're a great singer. You got a lot of power,
Appreciate that.
and you really fit well with the music. And not knowing you guys very well, and first hearing you for the first time, everything just fits. It's like a puzzle. It all just fits.
Thanks.
And-
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
you know, when I came in to test out for the band, like when they, you know, like Mike sent me some tracks and was like, "Hey, like put something to this," and I was like, "All right." And like, yeah, you can kind of like, as soon as I heard the demos, I could hear where I wanted to do, what vocals I wanted where, and Mike, he was like, "Yo, free reign, kick ass." The rest of the guys said the same thing.
Nice. And now, so you guys, how many songs do you guys have under your belt right now?
Six.
Getting ready.
6 or 7.
Dicks on a cover.
7.
So you have enough to go out and do
Oh,
it. Are you
yeah.
gigging? Are you guys gigging?
We got some shows coming up in 2025. We're actively booking. We
Okay.
got some shows, so I can't really announce it, but we got some major shows coming up in the summer.
Okay, got you. And Mike, tell me a little bit more about your upbringing and your music, what instruments you play, and when did you get started playing
I
music?
think I'm nervous. I think I'm gonna say making pictures of me on the internet. I was young.
I got you.
And
deleted.
when did those come out?
Yeah, but yeah, I keep sending them to Ace for some reason. No, I come from a musical family. My grandfather sung, played harmonica, the accordion, the drums. He was one of the people who could pick up anything and would pick up anything. My mother plays guitar. She's actually 77 in some cover band in Florida.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. So it
Jeez.
was in my blood.
It's easy to do.
And then
What-
my stepfather owned a guitar store. So
Yeah.
it kind of all fell on me, but I was in love with it. I mean, if you listen to what I do, I'm not a shredder by any means. I'm a blues guitar player. I love the blues. I love
And
the
I
rock.
love the blues too, man.
But when it
Yeah.
comes lead time, I'm not a shredder. I'm a blues guy. But
Gotcha.
I guess I picked up at 14 finally, and that's when everything got really serious. I was gigging since I was 16.
You were born into a musical family like I was, and my mom was a singer, and it makes it so much easier, you know. And I know a lot of people say, well, my parents had nothing to do with music and I had to go do it on my own, but it's really nice when you're supported by your family, and you come from and you have a musical gene. Fortunately, I
Yeah.
know you got a musical gene in you, and a lot of us do, I think. And the blues, man, when you talk about the blues, man, I love the blues guitar. I'll take that over any other style guitar any
Freddie
day.
King, BB King,
Yeah.
you know.
Buddy Guy,
That's
Erica?
kind of where it started, isn't it? After all,
Rayvon, yeah, that's
Rock
where
and
that's where it
roll
all
is
started.
still
That's where it all
I'm a
started.
big Stevie Ray Vaughan guy.
Oh, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix is my idol.
There
So
you
you
go.
know.
There you go.
But
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
I love Exodus. I love all that stuff too.
Well, it's all blues based though.
Yeah.
It's all blues based. And when I talk to these young kids, they go, "What do you mean, man?" I go, "No, everything's blues based. It's all 4/4 tempo, and then we change it up a little bit and make it our own, or
And
whatever."
that's the funniest thing is my mother came home one day when I first started trying to play leads, and she's like, I got you a tape, cassette tape. And she goes, and I'm thinking it's something cool. And then she hands me BB King live at the University of Old Mississippi. And that's how I learned how to play lead, was listening to that.
wow, you never told me that.
Oh, yeah.
We're learning about each other today.
learning a little bit of stuff.
Your name is Mike.
Yeah, I like
Butcher, I think.
Silent
I
on.
I had a video pulled up. You guys have Ignite. Let's see.
Soft water.
Hold on. Becoming Wolves. Let me look it up. I had it up on my screen, but I lost it. Ignite. There it is. Yeah, it's easy to find. And anybody out there wants to find it, it's real easy. Go out on YouTube and Becoming
Yeah.
Wolves, Ignite the Fire. And,
YouTube. Yep.
Absolutely.
and I've kind of introduced two of you, but I'm gonna play this video. You mind?
Not at all, man.
I'll do it, man.
Let's
Please.
let's
every
play it
stage
for
of
the
your business.
audience.
Need a fast
Hold on
and
a second.
secure
I
way
don't
to
want to hear you guys now. Hold on a second.
You got to get YouTube Premium.
Here you go.
Ad blockers.
I'm not paying them. Hold on a second. I don't want to start it yet. I want one of you to preface this video before I start it. Let me get it going here. Tell me more. Who wants to preface this video and tell me about the video also? What went into recording the video and the song?
We worked with a gentleman named Mark Petrick, very talented, and we wanted to do a blue screen. It was originally going to be 4 revolving panels on the green screen, and then we started finding various effects and backgrounds. We worked real hard on it, and then it just became the video turned into one big fire, you know. And then we got Mr. Larger Than Life personality over here kicking ass on it, you know.
And I watched it today. It's a kick-ass video, and I'm going to play it for the audience right now. And we have Becoming Wolves on the Dean Von Music podcast show out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are going to play Ignite the Fire, and that's their original video, and you can get it anywhere. Also get their album. It just came out, and I want you to go buy their music and support the band the best you can.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And so let's play that sucker right now. Let me see. I got it up on the screen. Let me click on a few buttons here to make sure that that thing is like high fidelity.
4K.
4K. We're going 8K now.
All right.
Oh no, I can't go 8K.
We're behind on the times.
Here we go. Here we go, people. Let's play it. Ignite the Fire by
So,
Becoming Wolves.
Ignite the fire!
that.
All right,
That
that's
was
good.
badass. That was badass, guys.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
That
Bunch of
video.
New Yorkers, we can't shut the fuck up.
Speak for yourself. I'm not a New Yorker.
Hey, when they
Oh, that-
said go during the solo like that, wouldn't it have been cool if like a dove came out?
It's hard to shut you New Yorkers up over there, I'll tell you that. But I do want to thank you guys. That video was fucking awesome right there.
Thank
you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we are live, just so everybody knows, we're live on Instagram, we're live on Facebook, and we have a live chat going on right now on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we have a few people in the chat room, and I'm kind of looking over here to see if I see anybody say anything fun and interesting. And if you guys want to call into the show, we are accepting calls tonight to talk to the band live. And I will say the number one more time. Hang on one second. Let me pull up the screen for you. Okay, to call into the show, it's 669-444-9171 in the United States, and 702, secret code to get in is 702-927-2226. So call on into the show and talk to the guys. So now, who haven't I got to yet? I was talking with
Eddy B.
Eddy B.
Martinez.
Eddie B,
Sure.
tell me a little bit about your history growing up in music and your family in high school. Go ahead.
Shit, man. I grew up in a little small town in upstate New York. Everybody's heard of Woodstock. Still fucking live there too, believe it or not.
You're still laying out there in the grass, waiting for Jimmy to come on.
Hey, man, I'm telling you. But seriously, I grew up there playing music just around town with a bunch of kids, and got into playing guitar because I heard this dude named Eddie Van Halen, and he had the same name as me, and I was like, that's fucking pretty dope, man, when I was like 6. So I started playing guitar, and I found out after a bunch of failed bands that I was a really horrible guitar player.
Okay.
And I also at the same time had a couple thrash metal bands, and we couldn't keep a bass player. So finally one day I was like, you know what, man, it can't be that fucking hard, is it? And I still suck at bass 20 years later, but these guys decided to hire me on anyway. And
If he's gonna suck, he's gonna suck for us. That's right.
That's right. That's right, Dan. We're going to suck together.
yeah, exactly. So, but in all seriousness, yeah, I've been fucking around the New York scene now for a long time, jamming with a bunch of different bands, and I was on hiatus for a little bit, and because my dad got sick, and then so I had to leave my last band, and after
What was
that,
your last band? What was your last band called?
I was one of the touring guys for Core Razik. He's been out and about. He's going back out with Ace Frehley now, but
Nice.
great band. I still like those guys.
You've had a little brush with royalty out there. Okay.
A little bit. But yeah, so I needed something to do. I got awfully bored up there in the woods again.
Yeah.
And so there's only
Coming out
so
of
much you
Woodstock.
can do. Yeah, exactly. So I started cruising all the socials and Craigslist and all that other bullshit looking for a gig, and my wife was getting ready to kick me out, so I said, I better do something here. And
You know
so
how many
I found
times I've
Mike
heard
and-
that story?
Yeah, so I
My
found
wife was
Mike, and
ready
he
to
was
kick
like,
me
"Well,
out,
can
man."
you play bass?" And I said, "Well, not so well." He goes, "Well, have you played in any bands?" I was like, "Well, I used to jam with Core Razik." He was like, "You're hired." So
Well, it's a good pedigree.
You know,
yeah,
so you don't have to look very far when people start, playing with people like that.
yeah. So here we are, and
Well,
no,
so
I dig it,
do you have
man.
any formal training, or did you have to, like, growing up, maybe my parents maybe go take guitar lessons?
A little bit, yeah. I took guitar lessons when I was really young.
Yeah.
My dad played organ, and he played the accordion.
No, so he was kind of a keyboard player.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I tried that, but wasn't so good. Tried the drums, I wasn't so good.
Well,
but
your
yeah,
bass
I
comes
just-
through on those recordings. I'm telling you, your bass thumps. Whatever
man.
whatever you're doing back there, you're busy. You're fucking
I've
busy.
spent a lot of fucking time perfecting that, man. And
No, I'm serious.
Mike and
The bass
Daniel-
comes through.
Still
It comes
working
through.
on it, right?
yeah, still working on it. Still
The
working.
drums and the bass just
Yeah.
pound
Yeah,
through.
no, I love it.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike,
we got
Mike and Daniel
Yeah.
built me the most amazing Cadillac bass you could possibly imagine.
And I was going to ask you, what kind of bass do you play? I have a lot of musicians that listen to this show, including a lot of my friends. So tell me about the equipment.
It's an MTD Super 4.
Okay.
It's the fourth one ever built. It's the first one built in a 34-inch scale. Mike and Daniel could probably correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they told me. But
What kind of pickups they throw in that thing?
they're made by Bartolini. It's an 18-volt system. It's all it's all proprietary to.
Do they have any crazy bridges on basses like they do, like the Floyd Rose on guitar?
No, but it's all hip shot.
Okay.
Stuff. It's all high end. It's a beautiful freaking bass, man. And doesn't come out as you see it in person. It looks completely different than in photos. It's
a 4-string or 5 or 7.
It's a 4. Yeah. 5 strings feel so alien to me, man.
I see these guys, man. It has 5 strings, man. They're way up there high and shit.
If I bring another, I'll tell you this, man. If I bring another 5-string home, I think my wife's gonna break it over my head. Because I buy them and sell them so fast because I just can't. It just feels so weird, man.
You're one of those guys. How many guitars do you have? 5,
I have
10?
5 basses and 4 guitars.
Not that I'm counting. I had my guitar player had 20 guitars. They all had 20 guitars. Every one of my guitars.
Yeah. I'm down to like 2 that I use basically for this, which is that MTD that you saw in the video, and then I've got a Fender Ultra P bass.
Oh yeah, I know the P bass. You ever played a fretless P bass, Fender?
It just feels weird, man. I don't know.
My bass player played a fretless.
No shit.
Oh, yeah?
I give major kudos to bass players that can play fretless.
Oh man, he used to play it live, man. He used to be into the Dixie Dregs. He just was into the old school 60s, 50s, 60s, and all that. And he was a blues bassist, but he was very fast. But I've been blessed. I've been blessed with some of the greatest musicians that I've ever seen, and I've been very lucky. And I'm a songwriter, so it's nice when you have that kind of talent at the end of your fingertips. Moving on real quick to Gonzalo Martinez. He's the drummer formerly of Marcy Playground, which we're going to talk a little bit about. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing as a drummer. Were you always a drummer?
I started playing when I was 10, and I learned a lot of my rudimental exercises and things like that while in high school band. I was in high school. 3 years, I spent my 3 years on snare drum, which is the most complicated of them. And that's where I learned all my rudiments.
Did you learn a paradiddle?
Are you kidding me?
I just had to say
what we eat, drink, and sleep is the paradiddle, right?
I saw you do that drum roll in that song.
Yeah, it was a cool idea, wasn't it?
It sounded bitchin'.
Yeah, cool. Thanks a lot. But anyway, long story short, I started playing when I was 10. I moved to New York City from Miami, where I grew up, in 1990, and there I pursued music.
Okay.
I ended up with a band called Lincoln that was signed to London Records and Slash Records, so I was subcontracted to that.
Okay.
And after that, I went with Marcy Playground, who was signed to Capitol Records. They had that huge hit, Sex and Candy. I hated it. I did their third record with them. It's called MP3. And so I was with Sony Reality Entertainment. And, unfortunately, we got some airplay around the United States and Canada. And we toured the United States and Canada with that. But, nothing ever came of that. And then that fell apart. And years went by. I kind of took a hiatus. And I got an education and everything else.
You're one of those intelligent drummers.
I found what was actually the first band me and Mike were in.
Okay.
And me and Mike, as he told you earlier, we departed ways, and we parted ways, and we formed Becoming Wolves. So that's where I stand now.
And in your bio, it says you guys really are becoming wolves.
Yeah, can't you tell? Look at me.
I thought I heard one of you guys.
I know. Got 2 full-time jobs, man. I forget to shave sometimes,
Yeah.
No, I was reading it, and it really literally said, "You guys are becoming wolves." I'm like, well, I wonder if I should ask them that. It said, "Area have the honor to introduce becoming wolves," and it said somewhere. What did it say? They anyway. I'm like, wow, they really are becoming wolves. And you know, today in the world we live in today, people are going to be like, they are wolves. They're becoming wolves. Some people are cats. You know, some people are now cats. They
We're
actually
not
go.
worries.
The whole left has gone crazy, man. There's freaking cats and everything else going on.
Yeah.
Purple and green hair, and they got somebody on a collar and a leash, and the husband's walking down.
Well, I
Got
grew
the
up
husband
in a
down on
middle-class band.
Are you talking about Venice, California? That sounds like Venice to me.
Funny
So tell-
story is somebody from the label said, so what happens when you become wolves finally? I said, we do what every other wolf does. We, play shows and record great records like we do in the wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's
I
funny.
can't believe you didn't know that.
It's our number one hit right there.
Yeah.
So, you need to put that in your next record. You got to.
You know what?
got
Good
to.
idea.
I like it.
You got to. And so tell me about upcoming gigs and songs or tours or anything, or even music. Well, when can people expect to maybe see you guys live in the future?
Okay, that is a good question. I know for a fact we're a road band. We're a road band, so we will play anywhere, anytime, and anywhere that'll have us for any amount of money, but a lot of money. No, I'm kidding. But no, pay. But no, we have.
I need singing lessons.
Right now. Right now, on stage we're gonna have a little monkey with a cup.
Yeah, duh.
Right now we have a show in April in Wilmington, Delaware, and we have another one in June in Pittsburgh. I can't really announce that one because it's kind of a major show, so the label's not going to announce that until but right now we're currently booking. So if you know anybody who'll have us and maybe have us and pay us and all that good stuff, we'll go. But the scene in the area here is kind of like the metropolitan area is kind of dead right now. I mean,
Okay.
we got some shows we can do, but
It's
we're road
recovering.
warriors.
We want to spread
Recovering.
we want to spread the love, man.
Spread the love. Spread the love, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I was feeling pretty good today, and I was, did you guys ever get into like, who was it? I feel good.
Yeah.
Brown?
No,
Huh? What's his name?
I hate those beats.
not that I answered that quick.
No, I found him earlier. I just love the song, because sometimes it brings you, makes you feel good.
No, dude, he has a great band, man. His band live was amazing.
Where is he? Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's not
He
important.
felt good. He don't feel good anymore.
You guys are pretty funny. So tell me a little bit more about. Okay, so we talked about gigs in the future coming up. So do we get the answer on that one?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
25. Are we looking
We're
at?
actively booking.
What was that?
Are we looking at next year or this year?
We're looking at anything from December on.
Okay, okay.
We'll take anything that's given our way and anything we could find. And if you know anybody who wants us, we're here.
Have you ever thought of coming to Las Vegas?
I've
Mhm.
always thought of it. Yes. One of my dreams is to play the Whiskey. It's not in Vegas, but what's the room you guys got there now? The Vamp?
We got the Vamps.
I'd love to
Vamps.
do the Vamp.
And I played the Whiskey many times. Fun little club to play. And we used to be kind of the house band down at Gazzari's. And then I played the Roxy, and then a Whiskey was my second stop. And let me tell you something. The Whiskey isn't it isn't what it used to be. Back in the day, when you played the Whiskey, man, it was, there was two lines going down the street. The Whiskey would pack out and it would pack out again. Now, if you guys go back there and play it, it may do that again if you pack it out. But I would go with my friend Tommy from Motley Crue. He would go down and play, and that's about the time we were both playing Hollywood. They would have to empty out the Whiskey and then fill it back up again, and he did that three times in one night.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was playing that night as well.
It's like that Rodney Dangerfield movie. We're all going to get laid.
We're all going to get laid. But I just wanted to get some information from you guys so your fans can find you. And this show is going to be rebroadcasted out to Spotify. And now I found out that I'm on Sirius Radio. I'm on iHeart. Yeah. Well, Pandora. I don't know if you know this, Pandora and Sirius are linked together on the
I
podcast.
did
Not know that.
Did not
Yeah.
know that.
Pandora Radio sends the podcast shows over to Sirius. So if somebody purchases Sirius Radio, they can listen to the podcast show.
Nice.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So I'm on iHeart Pandora. And if you go to Australia, I mean, iHeart Radio is in Australia, but not Pandora. So
Okay.
a lot of them have their territories. And
Right.
so you guys will be on about 50 different podcast streaming sites around the world.
We'll
And,
take it.
We'll take that.
It's about 105 countries.
Yeah.
Bangladesh, India, Germany.
We'll
If
play
you're
there.
fans. Yeah. So, we're kind of hoping that people see you guys, listen to your music, and want you to go play in their country. And maybe we could set up a international tour for you
Hey,
guys.
maybe we'll go play Vamps with the Sin City Sinners. Make it happen.
There you go.
Talk to Brent. He's still with them, right?
I think so. I want to go down to Vamps. I'm right here. I'm like 12 miles away. I can ride my bicycle to Vamps. I'm literally, Las Vegas is like, I can reach out and touch it. And I'm in a 3-story penthouse where my
Nice,
studio's at, so I can see over everything.
Cool.
And I'm
Awesome.
on the back side of the sphere. So every night I see the sphere light
That's
up.
awesome.
Thing's
Oh.
fucking terrifying.
That thing is so, the one that does the eyeball. You ever seen the eyeball?
Yeah. I had a buddy of mine staying down there for something or other.
We'll play the Sphere.
Oh, he went down there for when we were a young festival or whatever a couple of weeks ago. And his hotel room, the freaking eyeball was like straight at his room.
Straight at, oh my God. You guys,
Said he
you guys
woke
need
up
to
and
play.
pissed himself.
Oh my,
I wouldn't
yeah.
have done mushrooms that night.
Oh, they have everything on the Halloween. They do a big pumpkin on Halloween. Even for the election, they had the whole thing broadcasted on the outside of. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I could see it from here. I can barely make it out. I need a telescope. But I'm pretty close to Las Vegas, and Vamps is one of the hard rock clubs to play. I know there's a couple others, and I was talking to Mark Bowles from Yngwie Malmsteen and Red Raven
And Rainbow.
and Rainbow. He's a great singer, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Bowles is a great singer.
He put out 2 really good albums with Yngwie.
He did.
Yeah.
And he said he sang with Ted Nugent, and I haven't heard anything, or Dokken. He played bass with Dokken. Played bass guitar.
For Dokken.
Yeah, Don Dokken and him are friends, so he played bass guitar for him. But all of us musicians, we mingle. I played with a lot of different players. Gosh, I can't even count. I started when I was 14, and I'm 61, so I have a lot of years of being in the music business. I did take a break. One of you guys said you took a break. Who was it?
I did, yeah.
I took a 10-year sabbatical. I needed to get away from it.
That's a long time. Yeah.
It is a long time, but I went to college. I started a business. I had a computer store. I made a bunch of money, and then I spent a bunch of money, and then I had to start over again. And so I got back into music. A friend of mine called me up and says, I got this band, classic rock band, down in Orange County, California, and they need a singer. And I go, oh man, I just, I'm having such a good time just kicking back. And, and then my other half said, you need to go sing again.
She's a
So I
good
went-
lady. I know her already.
Yep. She said, you need to go sing again. And I said, okay. I went down and we were in a garage. Guitar player was phenomenal. He's the guy with the 20 guitars. He's into Stevie Ray Vaughan, blues player. And we played everything from Led Zeppelin to Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Doors, on and on. Boston. And we did mostly hard rock, classic rock. Mostly that. And I started singing again, and I'm like, man, my voice is even better than it was back in the 80s. Because I learned how to control my voice and not be all crazy screamer, I was a crazy screaming singer back in the heavy metal days. And I went on and on. We did a recording, and now I've got my studio all set up, and I'm recording new songs. So music has not left my body.
Congratulations,
And
man.
that's
I don't think it will ever, dude. It's like,
And
I
talking
don't
to you,
see me changing, that's for sure.
well, talking to you guys always inspires me. I think that's why I did the podcast show. Because
Good.
every time I talk to you guys, I get sparked. And I get back on the guitar or the bass, and I start writing some tunes. And you guys are my energy.
You ready to become a wolf?
I
I like
am.
it.
I am. Where's that damn wolf at? There he is. Oh, that's the other guy. Holy shit.
I'll take them both.
But I know we're getting close to wrapping up, and you guys are late down there. You're probably heading towards 10 o'clock or so, or later. But I want to. Is there anything you want to say on the? I'm going to start wrapping up a little bit. Anything you want to say to your audience, you guys?
Yes, you can find our music on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, for the European folk, Deezer, and all those other good ones. We're
Okay.
on Amazon. We're on Google Music. Check us out on Facebook, Becoming Wolves. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, Becoming Wolves.
Absolutely.
Everybody, that's a great idea. Everyone get out on the YouTube channel. And one of the things you can do to increase the credibility and get them a sponsor and get them out there is subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's very important. Even if you're not on there a whole lot, subscribe, support the band. And of course,
Tell me you hate me. I don't care.
even if you
I
hate them,
hate you.
Not you.
you motherfuckers, even if you hate them. And where can people download? What's the best place for you guys to get your music?
iTunes.
Okay, everybody go to iTunes, get the music.
So that's the one that says 99 cents. So, I mean,
Now wait, are you guys selling your own albums? Are you selling your own merch? Okay.
Well, we have our own merch. We're still working on a couple of things, but
Okay.
when we get out there, we will have physical copies.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the physical copy right now for us is kind of, we're not going to move enough to, at this point until we're at the merch booth.
But if somebody wants a physical copy, where do they go?
If somebody wants a physical copy, where do you go? To the show.
Okay.
But
Go.
you know what? If enough people hit us up asking for physical copies, we will do a run.
Do like an EP or a CD or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do a single, we'll do an EP,
Okay. Okay.
Whatever we got.
And the only reason I say that is I want the money to go into your pocket.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
that iTunes and Spotify, they're not giving you shit. You're never going to make any money from those guys. They are going to get you out there. They're going to get you out there, but they're not going to hand you a dime.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we're focusing on shows and merch. We know
Okay.
that.
Okay. You know that.
And very
Okay.
important to us is starting January 1st, we're working with the great Marcy Ricci,
Okay.
skateboard marketing. He's
Okay.
in the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame, and he's going to help us with the airplay.
Awesome. So you got a little bit of backing. And how about Curtain Call Records? Have you seen anything different happening with Brian Moore and Curtain Call and John and all those guys?
They have been very hands-on with us. They've been giving us very good information. I mean,
Good.
they got us
Yeah.
Hey.
Mhm. Yeah.
But they've been very good, very supportive of us, and
Good.
we have a great label behind us. And hopefully, with our future singles and the album "Fault in Our Scars" when it comes out, hopefully we'll get even more. I got to kind of pander a little bit more. But no, I can't complain. Brian's been great. I talk to Brian at least once a day. He's very, very attentive A&R guy, and John's there when you need him. GG. They're all great.
Okay. So they are they are awesome. I love those guys.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm having a meltdown over here. Hang on a second. I'm gonna get ready to play an outro video. It's one of your songs, and I want to wrap up. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for being on the Dean Von Music podcast show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you guys.
Thank
you for having us.
Hopefully you'll be back soon.
And wait for them to shut up. And when you get back on tour, when you do get things rolling, please reach out and let's do another podcast show.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah.
I want the world to see your music, hear your music, watch your videos, buy your merch, all that good stuff. Okay?
And we want to provide the music.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. And absolutely. So I'm going to get out of here, guys, and go and get some rest if that's what you're going to do. And I want to thank you guys for being on the show tonight again. Thank you.
No, thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Absolutely. And good night.
Good night.